Hello and welcome to another Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle. Today I've got an opponent, Soul, who's got a pretty interesting team. I mean, there's some OU stuff there, but there's a nice mix of RU and UU. Kind of the same as my team, OU mixed with UU. Anyway, so it was a pretty interesting battle, as you're about to see today, and his team, well, you'll see what I mean by his team as soon as you see it. Oops, sorry for getting my hand in the way of the camera there. But anyway, he decides to lead off with his Rotom, and I decided to lead off with Clefable. So Clefable had a pretty decent matchup against most of the things on his team except for that Charizard, of course. So he goes for the Confuse Ray here, and must admit, it's the first time I've seen a Confuse Ray on Rotom. Usually it's your standard Will-O-Wisp, Hydro Pump, Volt Switch and rest. So I get confused and the thing decided to hit himself in the face. And I don't think he knew about his ability Magic Guard, or maybe he was predicting a switch. But basically, I get burned here, but the burn isn't going to bother Clefable one bit, and I get confused twice in a row. The confusion hacks are really tearing me apart so far. So then he decides to go for the Volt Switch, but to be honest, he makes what I think would be a pretty stupid play here, because, I mean, you'll see what I mean when he goes into. So he goes into the Sableye, shiny Sableye, but you'll see his whole team shiny. So I go for the, expecting to get confused again, but no, I break through and hit Moonblast, and it's going to hit and kill this thing. Yeah, hit and kill, no problem at all. So I'm not sure why he went into the Sableye there, maybe he was taking the opportunity to set it, but I am a Fairy type and it is literally his only weakness, so I have no idea why he decided to switch into that. Anyway, so he goes into the Charizard, and I decide to go into my Fire type, running the... The thing is, when I say a Charizard, it could be the physical set being X, or it could be the special set being Y. So the Arcanine can come in and kind of counter them both, intimidate to lower the Charizard X's attack, but he can sponge all of the Charizard's Y attack as well, as you're going to see here. So he sets up the Drought and goes straight for the Flamethrower here, and I take that not as well as I expected, so I'm suspecting modest of Timid here. So he withdraws and decides to go back into the Rotom again. But as you see, I kind of predict that here and go for the Snarl just to weaken any special attacker that comes in. I do a decent chunk of his health. So I decide to Snarl again because I'm not too bothered about a Hydro Pump. He's in the sun, and with two special attack drops on Snarl, he's gonna just not be able to hurt me at all. So I get hit by the Confuse Ray here, so I decide to withdraw. And go into my special defensive wall, but as you can see, he's just going to go straight for the Volt Switch here, which I should have seen coming, but hindsight's 20/20. So my Sylveon, it doesn't do too much in this match, but I'm starting to like the set more and more. It's just your classic Hyper Voice set, but as I say, it's doing really well. So he goes into the Fortress, and I know for a fact I am not going to be able to touch this thing. And it's just going to set up Stealth Rock, because that's what these fortresses do, set up Stealth Rock, Spikes, Toxic Spikes. Some of them carry Gyro Ball, but of course they're a good Rapid Spinner as well. They're a pretty decent all-round Pokemon, it's a shame they don't get used more. So I got to my Rapid Spinner, predicting the Stealth Rocks here. The problem is, these things are really defensive, so I didn't know if he wanted to switch, and I expected to Rapid Spin and just get hit by a Rocky Helmet. But he does decide to withdraw, and he withdraws into the Rotom Wash. So I go for the Rapid Spin, could get rid of those Stealth Rocks, because those things are going to mess me up later in the game. And he decides to go for the Hydro Pump, and that basically nearly killed me. The only reason I was able to got a Sturdy, and the crit as well. So I decided to go for the Play Rough, because that equals a decent chunk of damage, because the Ice Shard wouldn't have done anything. But of course this thing's carrying a Citrus Berry, and it's back to about, well, just over half. Health. So here's why I'm not a fan of these high power, low accuracy moves. Because with stuff like that, he misses and he could have killed me instantly there, but I get to play rough again. So I managed to take it down to an even better chunk of health. So I don't mind dying here, because now I can just go into my Dragonite and get the kill with Extreme Speed. Hoping he doesn't predict that. I was one way thinking he could predict this and go into the fortress, but he doesn't, so managed to hit this thing with the extreme speed and kill it. Not sure if the crit mattered too much, because I think this is more of a special attacking one than a defensive one. But we got into the Charizard here. And obviously, just to get the drought up again, I didn't think an extreme speed would kill. So I just wanted to see what exactly he would do. So I decided to switch into my specially defensive wall, who I thought would be able to take a hit rather well, but obviously Charizard Y, Flamethrower in the sun. I take that horribly. Absolutely horribly, even after Lefty's recovery. So I had to, pretty much at this point I thought, well, my special defensive wall's dead and I didn't really want to switch into anything else, so it hits. And I live with 1 HP. I should have went for the Wish here, but the Hyper Voice does a really small chunk on this thing. But it's literally better than nothing, because at this point I just wanted to cause damage on it. So, goes for the Flamethrower again, pretty much finishing off my poor cute little Sylveon. There goes Paul, pretty boy. So yeah, I go to Dragonite here, and I'm thinking, okay, he's got no fairies on his team, so he's not going to like a Dragon Claw to the face. So I get hit by the Flamethrower, but then I remember, oh yeah, I'm actually carrying Thunder Punch on this thing. So that's one dead Charizard. No way is it living off a banded Dragonite Thunder Punch. So he mustn't have been carrying the Air Slash or anything like that, thank God. So in comes a Jolteon, and with me suspecting this team being Pokégen, I'm thinking, you know what's coming here? My multi-skill's broken, Hidden Power Ice is going to hit me here. So I decide to go into Whoop, he's going to be able to take a Hidden Power Ice easily. So it goes for the Hidden Power, and it basically does nothing. So yeah, that's the thing with Pokégen teams, they can instantly get all the access to all the hidden powers, which I know a lot of breeders got to work really hard for. In fact, if you get so far enough into this video, if you'd like to leave a comment below and just state what your opinion on Pokégen is. I must admit, I'm very mixed feelings about Pokégen. I can understand why people do it, but on the other hand, I can understand for the people who take all the time breeding and just someone has to click a few buttons on a device and, hey, look, it's for diving Pokemon. But anyway, that's not what this channel is about. It's not a discussion channel, it is a battle channel. So, anyway, I've decided to burn this Umbreon here. And then I decide, okay, let's go into the Fairy type here to see what he's going to do. And we decide to go for the Foul Play, and that's really not going to hurt me too much. So I do make a bit of a misplay here. I should have took this opportunity to use Moonlight to restore my health. But I believe I just go straight for the attack here. Go for the attack and try and do some chunk of whatever goes in. But I mean, the only thing that was going to be able to take as well was the Fortress. But the thing is, with this Clefable, I am carrying the Flamethrower on, so the Fortress wants to come in to verse this thing. That is fine by me. So, decide to withdraw, because I don't want to take any more hits. Decide to go into my again to take whatever this thing's going to chuck. Maybe use the Dragonite to come out, etc. But of course, he goes for the Volt Switch. That's 3 people that can potentially have Volt Switch on this team. The Fortress, the Jolteon, and the Wash. So this very switchy team. That's what Spindas is all about, constantly switching, constant, etc. The Volt Switch hits, stays with the crit, gets me down to low health, but my Citrus Berry doesn't proc. But at this point I'm like, okay, Group's kind of done his job now, and I don't really want to switch out. Umbreon gets hit with a burn. We decide to go for the Heal Bell, obviously wanting to get rid of that burn. Burn's not the worst thing that could have been on the Umbreon, but it's cool, it's probably effective damage down. And I just go for the roll here. I'm trying to get that Fortress out, and the Fortress does come out, so I'm thinking sweet Flamethrower, but that's an very obvious move here, so he just decides to switch and go back into a Umbreon. It's a shame I don't have Stealth Rocks over here, but the idea is when I have a draw on this thing, I usually try and get Stealth Rocks set by now with Mega Andron, so you can just keep switching, keep getting hit by Stealth Rocks, and hope the Fire type doesn't come in. So we're just going to use this time to set up a Witch, so whatever does get rolled into this point is going to get fielded fully again. So draw out the Umbreon, let's see what exactly is going to go. And goes into the Jolteon, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much dead here. I am not going to be able to take a Thunderbolt, and nobody in that team did want to take one from this thing. So, down goes Whoop, which is a shame. I could have used him in the game, but what are you going to do? So I decide to go into the Zoo here. I do carry the Earthquake on this thing, and I decide not to Mega Evolve just in case he's got some kind of decent attack on it, maybe the hidden power was something else. So go to the Earth, try for the Earthquake here to see if it's staying, and of course it does. It stays in with the Fortress and takes a good chunk of damage. At this point, okay, he's probably going to start setting up Stealth Rocks and the like. Decides to switch out, and I believe we're going to Michael Fable here. Yep, trying to bait him into thinking I haven't got the flame on, but at this point in time I don't reveal it. So in comes the Stealth Rock, so my Dragonite's not going to be enjoying that. And he starts healing himself with the leftovers. So he does decide to withdraw here. Go into the Jolteon. He's such full health, he can take whatever I want to hit it with. I'm going to go for the Moonblast, predicting switch, and of course the Jolteon can take this rather well. So I just decide, sod it, I'm going to stay in, maybe the Clefable can take this just, and I just managed to take a hit from it. So I just went for the Moonblast here just in case he wanted to go for hidden power or something. And goes back into the Fortress. So hit it up with the Moonblast again, at least breaking it sturdy. And I knew there was a good chance I was going to be able to outspeed this thing, and it's unlikely, even with full special defense, it would be able to take a Flamethrower from a special attacking Life Orb Clefable. So go straight for the Flamethrower, and that's that thing good as dead. So we decide to go to the Jolteon just to finish off my Clefable, and it's getting to the point now where these last couple of turns, I just start making bad play after bad play. That's the problem. I'm alright in the early game, but as soon as it gets to the late game of matches, I tend to make terrible plays, as you're about to see here. So there goes my sturdy Brogan, I say it. Well, sorry, might as well just decide to Mega Evolve. So I divide the Mega Evolve into the beast that is Mega Bazooso. The only thing you can buy is a Pokemon with guts. So go straight for the hidden power. I'm assuming it's hidden power, right? It's probably wanting to try and hit the Dragonite, but that does nothing to this thing, even with a crit, and I'm going to finish this Jolteon off with an Earthquake. So at least that's that. At least I can bring in the Dragonite safely now. But the thing is, when the Umbreon came out, I remembered foul play. If I switched into a foul play from a Dragonite, I'm pretty sure my Dragonite would die in one shot from that thing. So it goes for the Protect, which would have been the perfect opportunity to finish this match quickly. But I really didn't want to switch into anything, and stupid me decides to go for the Thunder Wave to try and hurt this thing. I thought, even though it's got synchronized, it's, you know, we're gonna both be fine. Because, you know, if I got the chance to paralyze and I didn't one-shot my Dragonite, maybe the chance of him being paralyzed to go in. So I get it a half, and I'm thinking, well, it's just gonna protect, which, you know, it's like my Sylveon, the classic Wish protects that. But it goes for foul play here. Does a nice chunk of damage, and I go for the Thunder Wave, which is an incredibly stupid play. So of course, thanks to the Synchronize, I get paralysed as well. So I'm just going to stay and restore a little bit of my health. He's going to restore a little bit of his health here. And of course he's going to go for the Heal Bell, just to make sure he's nice and safe. But at this point, I felt like I had the game in the bag as soon as he just killed this Bazooso. It's the first time I've wanted a Pokemon to die so I could win the game, which I suppose makes me a horrible trainer. So for the next couple of turns, it's basically going to be a lot of back and forth between Wish, foul play, and me just trying to kill this thing. So basically, of course we're getting into the very stally part of the game. I mean, talking of stall, I had another battle the other day, and it was I did really well in that game, made some good predicts, but I didn't up below. I didn't end up saving that one, which is a shame, but I got stalled out by a Gligo, which was terrible. All I had left at the end of the game was physical Pokemon, and it just completely stalled me out with Toxic Stall, and just, ugh. I must admit, the one Pokemon I really don't like versing is Gliscor. Gliscor and Mega Kangaskhan. Hate versing those things. But people are going to use them because they're incredibly good Pokemon, and I can't stop them. Well, Smogon can stop them if you use Mega Kang, but I don't see Gliscor getting banned anytime soon. I've only need something with Ice Beam. That's kind of why I keep the Clefable on this team. So basically Umbreon will go for foul play, and next turn it'll finish me off with foul play because my own stupid Thunder Wave is hurting me more than it's ever hurt him. Or her in this case. So it goes for the foul play, finishes me off, and the next turn I'm just going to bring in my Dragonite. And I didn't know if it could kill because I was thinking, okay, this might be specially defensive, but Umbreon is quite bulky anyway, and this thing is practically full health, if not full. I'm thinking, okay, this is all or nothing, superpower for the win. Am I going to kill? One shot. Really underestimated the power of Choice Band Dragonite. Anyway, so that's the battle. Definitely a longer one, probably the longest one I've ever posted. I hope you enjoyed this battle today. If you like, always feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, etc. As I say, I'm really enjoying doing these videos, and every subscriber helps, and I mean, it's always lovely to see the support from you awesome people. Anyway, thank you, peace out, and have a great rest of your day.